يا جو تكريم الوفي ما أجملك، نيال يلي ببيدرك حصة امتلك، وخيي وليد منعرفك ما منجهلك، إنسان الله بالكرامة مكللك، جينا حتى نكرمك في منزلك، وبكلمتك تنسيهر نجوم الفلك، وفي بيتك التكريم ساعة ما يكون الكلمة إلك بتكون والمنبر إلك. تفضل.
What a night. What a night. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. حضرة الشيخ يوسف يحيى ممثل مشيخة العقل في لبنان. Due to the nature of the award, please allow me to make my speech in English. Honorable Jim Karagianis, representing the Governor General of Canada, Honorable David Johnson, Honorary Counsel for Lebanon, Mr. Nazim Qadri, heads of organizations, religious, social, cultural, political, ladies and gentlemen. I am truly honored and privileged to accept this prestigious award on your behalf, because it's the result of the good work we have done together. And a special thank you for Honorable Jim Karagianis, who was the main catalyst behind it, and to Honorable David Johnson for his choice. Ladies and gentlemen, November 29th, 2012 was a very special day for me for two reasons. The first was getting informed about receiving the award. But the second, and more important, is that it was the day that Palestine was granted the non-member status as an observer at the United Nations. And hopefully in 2013, it will become a full and active member with East Jerusalem as its capital. Dear friends, we all came to a great country that we now call home. And it's teaching us tolerance, acceptance, equality, freedom, and humility. But at the same time, we have our own glorious history, culture, tradition, and heritage that we must preserve. And it's our right and obligation within the law to do so. We live in a country that respects the law, human rights, and civil liberties, and recognizes its citizens for their accomplishments. But when it comes to the Arab and Muslim world, we see a definite double standard, to the point of being looked at as terrorists and anti-Semitic, at which time we created Semitism. So that is the new challenge, that we all have to work closely together to change. But to force change, we must get involved, especially in the political system at all levels, federal, provincial, and municipal. And at the least, we should exercise our right of voting. And we should keep the closest communications between our organizations. The Canadian Rue Society long ago made a sound and calculated decision as a charitable organization to always be open and at the same distance from everyone. And your presence here tonight is a proof of that. And it is one of the main reasons of its continued success. And be sure that what we all have in common far surpasses what may keep us apart. Dear friends, the wind of the Arab Spring is blowing, and I wonder who gave it that label in the first place. But when it reaches us, it seems to turn into a deep freeze in recent years. And we should not let this situation to continue, because by overcoming such challenges, we will be setting the right example to our leaders back home that are suffering from the lack of dialogue, and for our future generations who will carry the torch of progress and advancement and success in the future. And let our new slogan be, "United we stand in our new land." From personal experience, I can assure you, the government officials and politicians on different levels are anxious and ready to meet us and listen to our concerns. I'm very hopeful and optimistic about our future and strong potential if we channel our efforts together. Over the years, I have had the pleasure of working with many of you. I hope for that to continue. I have enjoyed it all, even the arguments and the difference of opinion that we had at times, because that was what made our efforts more genuine and productive, as our great teacher and martyr Kamal Jumblat once said. In closing, I would like to say that I am humbled and honored by your presence tonight. I am indebted to each and every one of you for your help and support, and promise to keep working with you always. Finally, I'd like to thank God. But before I do all my thank yous, I would like, and I feel it as an obligation, to say at this time that our people in Syria are suffering. And regardless of anybody's opinion about the situation, I think we all owe it to ourselves and to them, at least on a humanitarian basis, to give them all our love and support. I would like to thank God first and foremost. A special thank you for my community that have been my backbone for all the years that I had the honor and privilege of serving them. Thank you for the CDS Board of Directors for their genuine support on this day and always. Thanks to our CDS Ottawa chapter for their continued support and understanding, and traveling the long distances to be with us tonight. Thank you to my friends on the CAN board for their trust, support, and always being together. A great big thank you to the CDS Ladies Committee for their help today, and they seemed more excited about this award than I was. As we say, thanks to my family and my extended family, my aunts, my uncles, my cousins, especially my wife Nada, and children Manhal and Yusuf, for putting up with my hectic schedule and countless phone calls. My only regret is that my late father was not around to see this, because I know that he would have really loved it. Ladies and gentlemen, I stand before you tonight as a proud Canadian, a proud Arab, a proud Lebanese, and I want real and lasting peace. Thank you. Thank you all.